Hey, Mitch the RV guy here for RVs of Sacramento, bringing you another fantastic value in Class C motorhome. This beauty is a 2020 Jayco RedHawk, the 26XD, sleeping for 7 comfortably. 8 of some of them are small kids, with an absolutely amazing ride and the highest quality build that you can possibly get on a Class C motorhome of this category. Not only are you getting vacuum bonded walls, well, let's go into that here in a bit. Let's jump inside. I'll show you the layout, talk about some of the features that sets Jayco apart, then we'll run around the outside, and I'll really point out the differences between a Jayco motorhome and Brand X motorhome. You're gonna love it. Let's go ahead and get started. When it comes to appliances, quality is everything. After all, other than the engine and the transmission, the appliances used in the construction of your RV are the vast majority of the cost. For example, Jayco uses a true Coleman Mac AC unit, 15,000 BTU, extremely reliable and extremely quiet. The way that they actually have the AC ducted and the heat ducted in this, it doesn't have those severe 90-degree turns, nor is it made out of styrofoam that's been bored out of the insulation in the roof. So you don't have those little bits of styrofoam flying around. It's much quieter, and it's extremely effective at keeping you nice and cool. Your Norcold refrigerator, built with you in mind. This is the brand that you want to see if you are getting a motorhome. It's extremely reliable, very, very respected, and again, the high quality appliances like your Coleman Mac, your Norcold refrigerator, your Furrion oven here, which is much, much nicer than the base model ovens that most of the manufacturers give you. True home style, doesn't have nearly as many hot and cold space areas when you're cooking, makes an actual cookie as opposed to half a burnt cookie and half a cookie that is still soggy. Plus, they give you the High Point convection microwave oven. In addition to having your oven, you have a convection oven, so you can really get some nice big meals cooked up here. And Jayco makes it so you don't have to worry about eating out at fast food all the time because they have you completely set up. You have your King Jack TV antenna system. This is going to allow you to get a signal for up to 150% farther out than most of the other RVs. You have a nice swivel out TV here that's viewable for the whole area. And of course your sleeping / storage area up here. The nice thing about the Jayco storage areas, 750-pound weight rating. Fat Albert is not going to break that down. Your average motorhome RV rating up here is going to be 500 pounds or less, giving Jayco a huge advantage. Love the actual walk-around queen bed that they give you on this. Most of these at this size are going to be giving you a bed stuffed in the corner somewhere, which is not nearly as comfortable. Even the Jayco 26XD bathroom is going to be large and in charge for you, giving you plenty of room for your leg room here, a nice large medicine cabinet and sink to get ready area, an exhaust fan, and, unlike most of them, a large window that you can actually let in natural sunlight in addition to having your skylight. Plus, Jayco uses duo-form plastic siding as opposed to the incredibly cheap thin fiberglass siding that's going to be cracking and peeling over time that most manufacturers use. Even the shower surround is something that they think about when it comes to your build quality. Speaking of windows, you have large windows everywhere, over the bed, right here on the rear, and of course, giant window here for the dinette and right over the couch. If you're out in the mountains somewhere in Colorado, you want to be able to look out in your morning coffee and take a look at the snowy mountains, maybe see that deer running by. That's exactly why you're out camping. They even give you little steps, for example, hidden right here is going to be 2 110 outlets and 2 USB chargers, conveniently located right here in the kitchen. One of the main advantages of Jayco is all of the solid wood construction they use. For example, the top facade on this slide out is solid wood. In addition to that, the support for the slide itself, Jayco is going to give you 7 inches of support above it as opposed to 5 inches of 2 separate 2.5-inch supports that most of the manufacturers use. Now, I know that 7 inches versus 5 seems like a lot of a difference because it is, but the hugest difference in construction quality is going to come from you knowing that Jayco goes ahead and goes the extra mile, not only using real wood, not only using thicker and stronger materials for the roof. Jayco actually screws down the materials for its roof as opposed to stapling it like most manufacturers do. That difference in construction quality comes at a cost of time and difficulty when constructing the RV, but the difference for you is the difference between having a very thin plywood roof that's been stapled down versus a roof that is much, much thicker, plywood. We're talking about 3/8 inch plywood roof that's actually screwed down to what they call the Magnum Truss roof system. What that's going to do is it's going to give you the ability to have confidence that your roof is strong. It's confidence that you're going to be able to stand up against the snow and the rain. The Jayco Magnum Truss roof is able to hold 4,500 pounds of weight. Most of our competitors at 3,000 pounds, the roof is literally caving in on you. I don't know about you, but when I'm out in a snowy climate, I don't want to have to worry about the roof caving in on my RV. And when you have over 50% additional strength, that's going so far above and beyond. It's not like your average consumer can tell that the roof is much better built on a Jayco. They do it just to be able to give you the peace of mind and, of course, the resale value that comes with the high build quality. One of the major advantages you're going to have with your Jayco Class C motorhome over any other brand is going to be the J-Ride suspension. This adds another level of dampening over and above what comes standard with a chassis to make it so your ride feels a lot more like you're driving a car or an SUV than an actual motorhome. You have Hellwig Helper springs, which are in addition to the springs that come on the motorhome standard, are going to help make it so that a lot of the vibration, a lot of the jarringness that you get when you're hitting roads that aren't quite up to snuff, maybe California roads, and making it feel a lot more like a road that's been recently paved. In addition to that, you're going to have standard shocks that are going to make it so you don't have nearly as much sway when you're making a sharp turn. It's not going to be like a boat that's moving up and down the road going around. You're going to have a lot more confidence driving this than you will most motorhomes. It makes a huge difference in the handling and in your enjoyment on a long trip. The difference between a Jayco sidewall and a sidewall from almost any other manufacturer is astronomical. Jayco wants your sidewall to not give you problems. They don't want it to delaminate. They want the motorhome to look just as good 10 years from now as when you first bought it. So Jayco uses vacuum bonding lamination. What that means is 144 tons are put onto this motorhome sidewall, compressing the layers together for 16 full minutes. This is much better construction than what you're getting with most manufacturers, which is something called a pinch roll system. What they do on the pinch roll system is they take the layers of the motorhome wall and they put it into basically like a pasta maker. It's just a roll that's flattening it together. It comes out the other side and that's the wall. It's a lot cheaper, it's a lot faster, but it's not nearly as good. Jayco doesn't want to go the cheap, fast route. They want to go the route that's going to give you walls that not only are there to keep the wind and the rain out, but actually add to the rigidity, add to the structural support, and add to the lifespan of your motorhome rather than subtract from it. Folks, if you're looking for a motorhome, come on down and visit us, 9501 East Stockton Boulevard, RVs of Sacramento, right here off of Elk Grove Boulevard and Highway 99. We have a massive selection of Jayco motorhomes and, of course, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, you name it. Full service parts and sales dealership right here in Elk Grove. 40 years of reputation, well-earned, family-owned business. Folks, you're going to get treated like a king. Come down here and take a look at Jayco, the highest quality product manufactured, and you will see exactly why. Jayco's one of the best-selling Class Cs and the absolute top-selling travel trailer in the entire United States for 14 years running. RVs of Sacramento, I'll see you here.